I'm gonna take you on a short time travel to future. We're in the year 2016. Everything is just how we used to. In the year 2022, big companies start to collect and centralize data. The following years, some of the companies disappear until the year 2035. Just one big company is left, which owns most of the data, and very few people have access to it. In the year 2050, some small revolutionary groups are starting to form. In the year 2069, a group of hackers destroy a lot. By deleting all data with a virus.
We need a backup to prevent the loss of our precious data, our history, languages, ethics, science. In short, we have to save mankind's knowledge. How could we do that? Let's think about it. First of all, we would duplicate our data. We would make lots of copies. And we would distribute them all around the globe. Our data should be safe, so no crisis could destroy it. And how about energy, electricity? How about a way that does not need electricity? So our group has come up with a solution, and it involves all of us. Let's store the information, our data, our knowledge, in us humans. Let's modify our DNA.
Why DNA? So let's think about it. DNA is the perfect storage medium because it's natural and it's old. Today, scientists can manipulate actually DNA, and the scientists of the future can use DNA like a mini USB stick or a mini library in our body. But to have such a mini library in our body, this library must be in us since the beginning. When a baby is fertilized in vitro, babies will be born or developed in glasses. This kind of technology allows us to add to the normal DNA a part of data DNA to save our data. We can add this data DNA into the DNA in the zygote, the first cell of our body. And then when this zygote goes into two cells, there is in each cell this data DNA and the normal DNA. So the whole body, in the end, is made out of DNA and data DNA. Good, but we have to pay attention on how much data we can put into one human. Most likely there isn't enough space for the whole data we want to store into humans. But when we split this data and distribute it over the whole world, there's a much higher chance to regain the whole data in the end. that's our solution to how to spread it. On the left side, you see some topics we'd like to store in our DNA. So history, science, medicine, literature, all stuff we may need after after catastrophe. And you see this smiley, that's our baby. And each baby gets a fragment of a topic, of each topic, and a basic part of knowledge. This basic thing is like a plan where you can put on the fragments in the right order. So when in the future anybody after a catastrophe finds this human with the data DNA, they have sort of a plan for each topic, the basics, and then they have a fragment and put it on this basic. And then another human has a different fragment, and then you can put it also on this. And we thought maybe we should spread these fragments to the babies like in a year circle. So each day, the babies that are produced get the same information, but on the other day, they get another specific information. But the basic is always the same. And in the end, this technique allows prospective human to have a basic part in them, and a specific part, and the person in the future after catastrophe can regain all the informations because it's a lot of informations duplicate, and they can solve the puzzle.
So now that we've heard how such a system could actually work, I would like to mention some points. For example, the prevention of our data loss. This wouldn't be a problem anymore. And if you think about it, this data would even outlive us. So even if we are dead, the information is still there. And after hundreds of thousands of years, you can still read it, if you're able to. And of course, storing this data in our DNA does not need electricity. But of course, there are also some problems we need to address. For example, the information that people get is not the same. So that means maybe one person gets information that has more value. So this person would have more value too. Or something else, accessibility. How do we access our data after a crisis? We cannot just read it. We need some tools, machines. But we as a group, we think that all this will be possible in the future. And let's be honest, I think that's feasible. So let's go back to the whole picture. And I'm going to leave you with one thought. This method we have now looked at is not only possible for humans. We could store our data in animals, in bacteria, and even trees. So with that, thanks for your attention.